Yo. Yo, Ken. Yo, Paya. Hello, Reckless. Blood. Hi, Megalaxis. Hello, Baldwin. Azeri, hi. Yo, Duncan. Hello, Fallen. Yo, Drunk.
Like the stream, YouTube shitters.
Pog. Thank you, no. Let me clean glasses and then we starting, I guess. Today, by the way, most likely 2 streams. Gonna do some Elden Ring, and after that, I'm gonna go off. Gonna edit some footage. And then gonna go live again with no rest for the wicked. I actually have a sponsorship bought out as a slot for either today or tomorrow. So for like 2 hours we're gonna play some no rest on the newest patch. Thank you a lot for the beats, Uno, by the way. Appreciate that. Not sure about Elden Ring, but I'm crazy for some pizza right now. Nice. Hi, Last Dragon. Is that a pineapple pizza you're craving, though? The best type of pizza ever. Always pizza with feta. Please no pineapple pizza? What you mean please no pineapple pizza? This is literally the best pizza you could ever had. There is nothing more poggers than pineapple pizza. Did I just accidentally turn off the console?
No pineapple on pizza hoes belong to the streets of YouTube.
Yep. It's a sign for PC gaming. I actually thought that maybe I'm supposed to do Arena today on PC, but maybe not. I actually have a lot of footage to edit ahead. PlayStation doesn't want to turn itself on, by the way. Oh, now it actually turning itself. Fantastic. But yeah, overall, I prefer to play on consoles now after Melee did, you know, edits of the save file of mine. It's just you get the invasion so fast. It is actually insane how good this shit is. You like Metal Gear? I have played only one Metal Gear Solid game, and that was the first one on the PlayStation 1. it was good. But I never played any other Metal Gear Solid game. I played Metal Gear Revengeance though. It was fun. When gravitational missile spam invasions. Oh dude, you are for a treat, but you're gonna have to wait at least one more week. But I have certain plan. I have to restart actually. Dlaczego? Jakbyś nie robiła czego chcesz, kurczę, każdego dnia.
Ważne, że każdego dnia.
Tak.
Kiedy ostatni parę? Tego bardzo nie chcę.
No. Teoretycznie jak chcesz, to możesz się zwolnić. Tak, kurwa. I co, będziesz chciała streamować? Zelda? Kontynuacja?
Leets Real Fit 1, Leets Real Fit 2.
Yo, Chester, thank you a lot, gamer. Hi. What's up? Look at his setup, too. Oh. That might be very interesting. Let me actually, give me a second. I need to do this. Do that. Aha. 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 Okay. Okay. Alright. It's my time to shoot you down now. Aha. 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 That's a lot of damage. Huh. So. Truly a magnificent gamer, not gonna lie. It's so funny that you couldn't just kind of punish him just like that because of the Latto. Yo Bong, what's up gamer?
I think he was light rolling.
Like the distance was looking like light roll actually.
So wait, he had heavy armor.
Probably physic.
Shit ton of FP.
Physic. You have that physic that negates almost entire equip load for 3 minutes or 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. By the way, guys, today I spent almost my entire YouTube revenue for a birthday present for Klo. I am officially poor as fuck.
I mean, you have always been.
I have always been. I mean, no, there was time when I wasn't, okay? It was at the release of the DLC, I had a lot of money. But yeah. Tomorrow is Klo's birthday, so... We bought, what is called?
Red light therapy mask.
Yeah, red light therapy mask. Shit is fucking expensive, but apparently works. So yeah. Do you spend it on RAM? Well, almost.
I will be a little bit less ugly.
Do they have a mask that actually makes so that you wouldn't be bullshitting so much?
Yeah, that's called a new face. It is provided by plastic surgeons.
So no masks.
Well, technically no, but it's kinda a mask.
So that one guy is lagging, by the way. Oh, the shield goat. Look at that. This guy's fat rolling.
The microplastics in my brain told me to give you $5.
Thank you, Drunk. Appreciate that. Alright, we are... The guy is a shield master, have you seen it? He has like all the shields in the world.
A bit less poor now, but still poor. Smiley face emoji. Happy birthday.
Underdog and Drangsels, thank you. Gamers, appreciate that. This guy is lagging and that's scary as fuck. Well, okay, so I'll tell you what, in my book, this never should hit. In my opinion, we just have a case here of this guy having such a terrible packet loss that he actually hits shots that he doesn't deserve to hit. I'm pretty certain that's the case. For old. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Maybe different approach. Maybe gags. That's pretty funny because yeah, we generally don't really see, we don't have much of opportunity to kill them. Like this guy is constantly losing the packets. That would be lovely to kill this guy. Okay. I think my RKR went off at the very moment of the trade. Okay. Okay. One cheater down. This time we're gonna need kick, I think. Let me do this, and let me do that, and this. Thank you, game. He actually straight up, like, he didn't get hit with the harpoon. It went above his head. Stop. Okay. Uh-huh. Rollout. Another rollout. Gonna rollout again? Oh, he will. So, what's the plan now? Look. Well, crazy GG. I heard the one-eyed shield is banned in some tournaments. Why is that? I have no idea. I mean, you know what? Tournaments environment, at some point the tournament scene, competitive scene, went over the board attempting to make the game as competitively viable as possible, and rule sets and everything went into that direction. So any sort of gameplay that won't support the fundamentals is going to be considered as ban-worthy, basically, in the process, yeah? Holy shit, almost fucking died. Anti-bleed, please. So yeah, back to the topic. Generally speaking, it's working like this, that competitive scene at some point got hyper-fixated on an idea of a better player always supposed to win, no matter what. And by better player, we are referring to the fundamentals of timings and spacing, yeah? Whoever has better timings and better spacing supposed to be ultimately considered a better player and win a match. So rule set of tournaments has been transformed or evolved into something that supports these fundamentals, and because of that, in the tournaments at some point you got a ban of, for one, dragon breaths. Yeah, dragon breaths are unskilled. Yeah, you can just cheese out someone with dragon breaths. So dragon breaths got banned. Endure is unskilled. Yeah, so like Endure got banned out. And after that, you know, it was spinning into kind of crazy direction, to the point that things like parries got banned out from the competitive. You cannot parry in the competitive because, you know, it is technically just a matter of getting a lucky parry when you are technically losing. Yeah, there was a particular moment in one of the tournaments in the finals between a guy called Saucy and Slants, and what happened in that final match is Slants actually heavily outplayed Saucy, and Saucy landed one parry that actually one-shotted Slants, even though he was nearly full HP, which resulted in people just were like, okay, that's bullshit, and because of it, there was a ban applied for parries in the process. And that's why there is, like, in the competitive environment, in the competitive 1v1s, in the tourney-based 1v1s, parries are just banned. Because they technically just skip a match based off one lucky move, yeah? Which somewhat makes sense, but at the same time, there is a problem too, yeah? What is Elden Ring? Elden Ring is not a fighting game. It's not a hyper-competitive game, per se. It's action RPG. And one of things about action RPG, the most important things about action RPGs overall, is build making. Build, per se, when it comes to utilization, doesn't really have to be skilled on its own. No one said that you have to be actually genuinely better player to win. Being better player helps tremendously. But sometimes just that matter of one decision making that happened at the given moment might actually win you a fight. And competitive environment of Elden Ring, like tournament organizers and people that participate in the tournament, just hyper fixated on that idea of what not makes Elden Ring. They are going actively against what Elden Ring fundamentally is. And that leads to less upsets in the tournaments. People like the competitive PvP is an environment where indeed, in vast majority of cases, people that are considered very good at the game are going to win. There is not going to be any upsets. Best player is practically always going to win nowadays. You have very consistent champions, and so on and so forth. But now, question is if that's a good thing. And in my book, probably not. The most hype moments, the most memorable moments out of any tournaments in the history of Elden Ring, I remember, are related to some bullshit upset. Are related to something surprising. Are related to someone that actually, despite being technically less skilled than other player, is going to take the point or gonna win entire match.
It's almost as if a better invasion was the one that was interesting rather than just sweaty. Chase the bro is always right.
I mean, Chase the Bro is the GOAT, so, like, of course, he's always right. But you got the point. Oh, they are here, finally. Oh. Had no stamina. For one, the recent Reforged tournament, in my opinion, without a doubt, was way more interesting to watch than most of the recent vanilla tournaments. What was the quote from the creator of Civ? Give players enough time and they will optimize the fun out of the game. Optimal gameplay is fun though. Like what I'm doing right now is very fun. I have so many fucking tools and shit, yeah, on my disposal, and possibility to answer any bullshit in the game, and I think that makes for interesting interactions in the invasions. And I remember for one, like, the most memorable moments from the tournament for me personally is for one, like, back in the year of 2022, when Frosty, that was about to essentially, or was considered as the best player in the tournament, ended up facing a guy that was running Endure Dragon Breath build. And that was so funny to watch, because Frosty lost the first round, after that adapted, and fucking ran off a Claymore, which back in the days was even more of meta than currently it is. Claymore is much better nowadays. With a fucking Lion's Claw. And the entire idea was that he was using the freaking insane amount of poise that you have on the Lion's Claw or even Super Armor in order to just withstand the Dragon Breath and just hit the guy at the moment when his Endure ends. And that was actually such interesting interaction. A skillful final is amazing to watch, but it really must be the highest level of competition, and also it's not really guaranteed that a skillful gameplay gonna be the most interesting part of the tournament. Whereas some sort of completely unexpected upset is always going to be more memorable in my book. Let me actually do this. Jumps weren't it, my dude? Like, for example, I remember that one tournament that I won. It was 2v2 tournament with, I was in team with Dark Soap, and I don't think that our win and road to win, it was quite dominant, and I don't think nothing was really that memorable there. There was a very one cool moment when Dark Soap just neutral jumped in the finals Sip and Frosty multiple times in the row. That was very interesting outplay, and that was a memorable moment. But more memorable moment was, in my opinion, the one where one of players parried me and Dark Soap 3 times in the row. Realistically, we actually let him to do that. I gave a call to Soap to actually walk into the guy's parry, because we won that anyway. But the point was to actually make a memorable moment, and we did so. And that was yeah, closest paid actors, but yeah, it was a really fun moment. Can't finish the guy, unfortunately. Okay, pop this. And that. Now, it probably would be a better idea to use something else, like different type of weapon. Okay. Let's multi-hit the shit out of them. I think that's gonna work just fine. No roll catch. Gonna start fucking shooting me in the sack, I guess. Running attack. Okay, that's a roll catch. Bra. Can we like just parry him? Ah wait, he has like no FP. What do you think about this gameplay? Do you think like we can just... Nah, like he has possibility to rotate without an effort. I thought like... I wonder if you could backstab it? Let's give it a try. Gonna fall. Yeah, unfortunately, there is no outplay potential against this Ashe, it seems like. In the meaning that, like, you cannot really backstab it or anything. So, the best thing you can do against this, I think, is just to... Like, there is no parry. So, I guess the best thing you can do is just... to use hyper armor, yeah? Uh-huh. Crazy. LeBron versus 5 years old. You know what? That's actually another thing about this game, yeah? What I was talking about earlier, yeah? That's... part of this game is just build making, tool using, and so on and so forth, yeah? Some tools are just fucking unskilled. I think that was a perfect example of it. Because when this guy was playing with his friends, yeah, he genuinely like possessed a threat. In the 1v1 scenario, it was just, you know, the guy wasn't a threat at all. Like, I could just play around effortlessly. But when there were like multiple people, that wasn't the case, actually. In fact, I had to be cautious about what am I doing. Hi. Hello. I know this guy. That's a shitter. Oh. Well, who could have thought it's going to end up like this? Full Dandy, thank you a lot for the gifted on YouTube, gamer. Appreciate that. Much love to you. Thanks. What kind of shittery did he do? He plays with Thunderstone only on in order to lure invaders and then turns it off. And then, you know, he plays with hunters, summons others, and so on and so forth, yeah?
9 months. I've carried this sub to full term.
Hell yeah, Paul. Thank you a lot for the 9 months of subbing on Twitch. Appreciate that, my dude. Oh, red. Fuck. Oh my god. Okay. Hey. Gamer, don't go away. I need your help. Oh, that actually landed. Nice. Oh, we got 2 of them. Oh, they are so fucked. That's so Jover. This is actually fucking 3 versus 2 at this point. 4, we got a teammate. Oh my god. That's so funny. Good backstab.
Whoa!
Oh. Okay. Ah. No jumpy. Oh. Nice, good backstab. Well played, gamer. What the fuck? What's going on here? Yo, Crowned, thank you a lot for the raid, gamer. And Duncan, thank you a lot for 5 gifted on YouTube. Appreciate that, my dude. We're gonna come back to the Forge, we're gonna try different build. Yeah, probably. Although, I'm not sure when I'm gonna come back to the Forge. I'm probably gonna make a completely new build. I'm gonna beat the game, but on normal difficulty, on Reforged difficulty, not Master. YouTube has about 90 viewers and 25 likes. Well, we just started. That being said, yeah, if you are watching on YouTube, please consider dropping the like. It actually helps me a lot. It makes it so that discoverability of the stream is just overall better. Thank you in advance. Hi. Oh, that was accidental roll, I didn't mean to. Latency seems to be fine, but just in case. Bro, like, I thought like he's going to try to dodge. I was preparing. No. Co? To co? O kurwa. Okay, gotta have to be careful because that is a dangerous spot to be in overall. Probably would be a good idea to go with bleed and try to... Oh, he actually changed the weapon. Okay. Okay. Well, that worked. I really don't want to kill this guy, but... Like, this crab is just so annoying.
He's trying so hard.
Like, he shouldn't be trying so hard, that's the point, yeah? Like, Damas just... If I would want to kill him, I would have killed him already. Zero self-preservation. The blues immediately. I really want to kill this blue because he's fucking a shit player that actually utilizes everything his book in order to skip neutral. And that's very annoying. But I give to blue, he knows PvP, he doesn't know PvP, he knows how to skip neutral. In the meaning that he knows how to click a button with tools that have zero recovery. That's not knowing PvP, that's basically being a cheater.
That was the sentence that ChatGPT would say.
And there is not much of the difference between what this guy is doing and some sort of the gamer that is utilizing something like hyper armor in order to just like mash in hope to win. Unfortunately though, I generally have no idea where to go. Aha. Like, I'm not sure where the fuck are we even. I don't recognize this place. Like, at all. I don't know if there is where I have to go in order to actually get to some sort of PvE. so this is where we are. Lovely how the guy actually kicked the better player. Just to summon his friend and then left like worse player. The other guy would actually keep me for a longer period of time. I would still fucking beat him, but... yeah. That wasn't the smartest decision on the host side. Now, he didn't leave on his own. You see, like, the third finger has been summoned right now. That's the same guy. Co jest, kochanie? Co ci? Leci się? I'm still in such a good invader. It was the blue that got sent home. The host is fucking stupid. You would keep me you could keep me busy much longer than the other guy. Like, literally, host gave the win away by sending out the other guy. He did it because he wanted to summon his friend again. That was probably one of the worst decisions I have fucking witnessed in a while.
Fun with them. Always about the win. It's about friends we met along the way, and he met his friend, and he's happy, unlike you sweat lord.
You heard that, guys? Fucking exposed. Hi. Bye. Bye. Quick. Why this guy has like... Can you parry like the follow-ups here? Dorito shield kill.
Steve, is that your mother?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, chat, don't make jokes about Steel's mom, okay?
Why? I think my mom doesn't really care. She doesn't even bulge a little bit.
Okay. Why? Because his mom died 3 years ago of cancer. That's why.
Well, not entire 3 years.
No, that's fine. It's just,
Yay. Okay. Whoop. Oh. Whoop. 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 Are you gonna do that R2 or not? Whoop. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. Right, I forgot we are on the PlayStation, and here you can actually throw off your fucking random ass attacks, and they are going to connect because of the input lag, haha. Slowly but surely. Hey, catch. Lol. We are so cooked. Can I just do this, by the way? Do I have? Yeah, I have mid-roll still. Good.
you had Assassin's Gambit?
Yeah, I use Assassin's Gambit to get myself into the threshold of the blue and red feather tally.
Wait, I don't understand.
You self-damage yourself with Assassin's Gambit.
Oh! Okay. But then, if you want to save damage, isn't seppuku better? You have bleed.
Darling,
What?
how long is seppuku animation?
Okay. How long is Assassin's Gambit animation?
Practically instant.
It doesn't look like. Can you cancel it?
Darling, I mean, I can show you, but...
Yeah, show me.
Alright, so...
I mean, you can show me on the website, yeah?
What website?
The one with frame data.
I'm spamming roll, yeah?
Yeah.
Took a moment. Now,
But this animation is fire. Yeah, okay, you're right.
yeah.
You are right, I am wrong. Rare occasion, but...
Aha, aha. All right. Dwie godziny. Jak godzinka minęła już. Hi.
Oh, Elden Lords.
The ghost.
Whoa. Bro, just fog wall him.
What the fuck?
Host, the bravest.
Typically.
Well,
The bravest as always. The host is usually the main reason why his team lose, because bro just cannot stand back.
I'm sorry, but the smartest thing to do here was to just fog wall. You shouldn't care about invader.
Yeah, that's the point, you know, they don't really want to fog wall, they want to fuck up the bad red man when they are on the humongous fucking advantage, yeah?
Or I think that they're like, they want to be the brave guy, like, look, I will face this invader. Yeah, but I don't know, when I was co-oping and I was being summoned, people were just fog walling, and that was fine because
Yeah, fog wall is fine. Yeah, when I'm getting fog walled, like I'm just completely fine with it. It's just like throughout the game, this is their goal, to go to the fog wall, unless they're doing that after trying to, you know, shit on me
yeah, I get it.
with the advantage, and after that, when one of their teammates dies and then fog wall, then this is just a pussy move. But yeah, I mean, anyone that is ganking in that location, yeah, it's just ultimate pussy. As simple as that.
There is that boss arena, Putrescent Night, and before you can, because from the fog wall to the boss there is quite some distance, because there is stairs and then you have to drop yourself into the abyss, and so co-opers need to wait until the host gets to the boss. And this is a great opportunity for an invader to fuck us up. Because it takes a while.
Can you make a build around the forbidden technique of the fatality of the shadows?
What?
That's, you wouldn't understand, darling.
The ninja clan?
You wouldn't understand. That's forbidden and secret technique. Only for wait, not only for men. It's the clan is full of muscular women. Now when I think about it.
What do you mean? Like, muscular women ain't women, no? Also, women don't exist.
You say they don't, but
I am slowly disappearing. The more muscle I build, the less of me there is left.
you say that, but Hmm.
Jezus Chrystus. Ja pierdolę, co to jest? Boże drogi. Jezus Maria, ci ludzie są na poważnie? W sensie ktoś sobie fapie do tego? Ktoś na to patrzy i mówi, o Boże, ale muszę sobie zmarszczyć Freda?
Do I show it in this?
Nie wiem, ja pierdolę, Boże. Iu. Nie.
Chat. Do you remember Fatal Shadow movie? I'm not showing all of it though.
I mean, nothing wrong with the lesbians, but one of them is well, it's just a weird AI picture. It's very uncanny.
The Fatal Shadows. Ultimate Ninja Clan of Elden Ring. What the hell is that? Check out one of my recent uploads. I mean, like recent. From the last month. It's titled Ninja Clan or something like that. And there is actually a clan of ninjas, like group of people that LARPing ninjas in Elden Ring. And the leader of the group created artificial intelligence pictures, like, you know, this type of shit, some sort of AI bullshit, yeah? And he made like a story-driven video that's supposed to introduce you to the clan. And one of the pictures there is just two women in the bathtub.
Yeah, but the other muscle mummy had a very, very feminine face and a very, very muscular body.
Like it should be.
Also, why do they exclusively use AI slop? Because if you want an artist, you have to pay them and wait for the result. And that's too much for modern people.
Why would I pay if I can have something for free that looks like dog shit?
Tempting offer.
Better like a 2 players too. I'm not sure where is the other guy. Watch out, gamer, because you are alone. Is he going to survive? Yes. No! Oh my god. Okay, that guy. That was such idiotic move, dude. Holy shit. He actually even did the follow-up to kill me. If he wouldn't do the follow-up, I would survive.
You know what? AI slop, this is my hot take. AI slop isn't free. You pay the subscription for it. The subscription is included in the price of the RAM used by your device. So it's a hidden tax.
Well, people are more willing to pay hidden tax than actually upfront though, so makes sense.
Then why everybody complains about taxes?
Well, people complain about taxes more like when they are the taxes are apparent. When you think about it, like no one is saying Jesus fucking Christ, this freaking tax for the I don't know for the sugar is just so high that like the prices of cola are just skyrocket, yeah? And they're gonna be more like, wow, the fucking price of cola is so high right now, what the fuck?
Okay, to people who don't understand, here in Poland we have sugar tax, and so everything that has added sugar is extra expensive. That's what he meant. But yeah, it's not included in VAT or something. It's just added, hidden from you in the price.
You pay with humanity. Yeah. Yo, Lucy. What's up, gamer?
Lucius. How do you hard swap quickly? Well, I will answer for him. This is a combination of a few things. First of all, he has a controller that's very suitable for his hands. He has 22 controllers, but this one is just perfect for him. So you just gotta...
I wouldn't call it perfect. It's good still.
Okay, so you just have to find something that is comfortable in your hands.
His requirement.
What?
Like autism.
Oh, he has ADHD, not autism. Anyway, so the controller, second, crazy muscle memory, because he doesn't search for the item in his inventory with his eyes. He just memorized his inventory and he knows the exact combination of buttons he needs to push to get the item he wants. There is some room for error, that's why he has multiple of the same item if he makes some slight mistake. But
Layout more like
he doesn't need the visual confirmation of picking the item, it's muscle memory.
I think this is like one of the biggest mistakes that people that want to learn how to swap actually do. It's just that looking for the visual confirmation.
Yeah, and another thing is, well, he just pushes the buttons fast. And I think, at least when I compare the way I hold the controller to the way he does, is that I try to have the controller sitting sturdily in my hands, meanwhile he is just throwing it left and right. If he used Gyro, we would all have motion sickness, because that's how much he moves the controller itself, not just holds it strongly in the hand.
Yeah, I'm angling controller in order to make certain swaps easier.
Yeah.
Like,
and there is also, I think, well, it's not obviously science, but there is a thing of your hand anatomy. So Steelovsky doesn't have regular hands, if that makes sense. He has quite large palms, but rather short fingers in comparison to his palms. So it's not like he has small hands, but the proportions are just slightly different than average. I don't know if it's advantageous or not, but he kinda makes it work for him. But yeah, just pressing the buttons fast, yeah, but it's a skill. pressing the right combination of the buttons fast enough.
Ah, we got my goat that killed me in the previous invasion.
The weapons are filtered by weight? No, I don't think so.
They are filtered
By the amount of clicks needed to...
they are filtered by order of acquisition.
Well, filtered by order of acquisition, but you acquired them so in the way that makes you get the item you use the most often with the least amount of pushes of buttons.
I mean, these menus are repeating themselves.
And also remember that with L2 or R2 you can switch to the next page of inventory. You don't have to slide down row by row.
In my imagination, using the claw grip for PvP is why Frenzied Flame has 3 fingers.
Oh, and also Steel uses back paddles in the controller.
Yeah. Which I regret learning, honestly. Sticking to how I used to play games in the past, which is utilizing mostly the claw grip on the right hand, on and off, was better for my pocket. Premium controllers are expensive.
It's Razer Raiju. R-A-I-J-U.
Okay. Interesting. He hyper armored through.
You use Xbox Elite. Well, Xbox layout is, in my opinion, more challenging to use for Souls games than PS layout.
Matter of preference.
Could you hard swap that fast on Xbox layout?
Yeah.
With the full control of camera still?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have been playing on Xbox layout throughout vast majority of my life. Thing is though, the Xbox layout always has a physical buffer related to the fact that you have to move your thumb from, you know, from the analog to the D-pad, and at the same time you have to move your pointy finger to the analog. So you have, like, you know, you have to...
Yeah, that's crazy.
You have to end up with like kind of claw grip on the left hand, like leaning from the upwards.
Yeah, but how can you be as precise with your left analog with index fingers as you are?
Oh, you
with
are
thumb?
not, but you know you don't have to.
Okay.
There is absolutely no need for you to be precise with your movement, because you are only doing that swap for the short period of the overall hard swapping period. You are not, you know, using your index finger, your pointy finger in order to navigate all the time. Kinda just get used to it? Yeah, pretty much.
Recently, I noticed I'm getting better at aiming while using the bow. Aiming with controller. And this is nice, satisfying feeling. Just improve.
I didn't know you can jump like this. Tak? Tak, tak, oczywiście. Have you guys seen the sensei playing Legends on the punching dummy? You know what? Think with... people that utilize these funny peripherals is that... No to zamówię tego, wieka, co? Weź zamów. Ah, that's actually on their player. I didn't even realize. I have here the best co-invader too.
Person do? They tried rolling away, but it didn't work. What's the strategy for such a fucking mosquito like you?
Okay, so...
Because you were extremely aggressive. What's the escape route?
So, escape route is to just properly predict my attack pattern. Like, you know, the first thing that you have to do is to not get in the situation. And you have all the advantages in the world to not do that. You had 2 co-opers on your side, there were 3 of you, you had distance spells, but what they did is they actually went closer anyway, and they even started challenging me one-on-one. So yeah. That's basically the moment when they are completely fucked up, yeah?
Okay.
Actually latent, unfortunately. Nice. A pokey stick. I swear to God, like whoever fucking figured out Comet, fuck you. Whoever is responsible for Comet as a spell. That's Michael Zaki himself, then fuck you, Michael Zaki himself.
That's masturbation.
Ja pierdolę. Nie ślicznie wyglądasz. Nie. What?
What?
We killed this guy and okay, one sent me pedophile, another one sent me you should get checked for STDs.
We're clean. Don't worry.
No. One of the most reasonable outbursts at Red Batman ever made, I guess. Holy shit, you can actually hide in places like this. Wow.
You're right. Did bro just roast himself with that STD comment? Like, exactly.
Holy shit. The R1 goat. But he is hiding us, I wonder. Ah. That's interesting. Got very weird FK farmer. Lol. Okay. So that means the gamer is on the top. Let me actually move elevator down, I guess. How do I get faster invasion mod? You cannot yet. I'm testing it. If it's gonna be 100% safe, I'm gonna make a video explaining how to do that. We are actually, or more like Melee himself is preparing a bot that is going to take you step by step how to actually do it, how to change your settings. So, and without any sort of the additional payment, you are not gonna need a save wizard or anything like that. Oh. What's up?
Lama!
Lol. Don't get risk getting banned to improve invasions for everyone. I mean, you know what? I just don't believe that you can really be banned for it. But yeah, I mean, like, it's always been something that he was doing. I was always trying to improve quality of invasions and overall community. Making life easier for the community. It's nothing new. I mean, it's, you know, it's this environment is kind of, you know, important to me. I want it to be the best possible. A ciebie? Co? Nie masz ani jednego, ani drugiego. O, to. Aha. Good net. Oh shit. Slide it off. Rod protrudes, true. Okay. Hi. Well, that's gonna be so funny, dude. Brothel. GG. Yo, Lucia, we are on 150. Does Steve have 10 intelligence? Yes. I'm playing hardcore 10 intelligence meta. Not how fast you get invasion. Why does PvP community does everything better than FromSoft? You know what? Because we have room to do mistakes without being bothered about anything. It's really not fair to compare. Like, you know, it's not like that thing that we have here is some sort of the greatest thing ever made, yeah? Like, for one, in order to even activate these settings, you have to quit out of your character once. You cannot just turn on the game and that's it. You have to log into the character, then quit the character, then log into character again, and there is no way to work it around. So these custom settings are just junky, yeah, to some extent. As simple as that. It's easy to say from the perspective of someone that's just modding the game. Oh my god, look at that, I am doing so much better job at FromSoftware. Like, they definitely thought about possibility to just speed up invasions, yeah? There is no shit they didn't think of it, but it probably led to some sort of issues, and they just went with the values that seemed working like the best overall, yeah. Also, just keep in mind the amount of requests I'm sending to the servers right now. It's also more costly for FromSoft technically, or Bandai Namco, whoever is paying for the servers, because you actually put more requests out to the matchmaking server itself. So yeah, my requests technically cost Michael Zaki out of his pocket around like 7 times more than if I would be invading normally, yeah? According to restrictions that FromSoft put on invasions. Insane, GG. Feels like it wouldn't be that big of the deal since invaders are such a small portion of the player base. You know what? It's a gigantic game. You have actually, even if of course invaders are a very small portion of the overall player base, it's still like sizable amount of people overall. Matchmaking are used for co-op as well. Yeah, and you know, if you would like set like settings, different settings for the invaders and different for the co-op, that would feel pretty bad. Yeah, fugitive high. But yeah, it's making story short, you know, it's easy to fall for self-bias confirmation. Think of yourself as, oh, look at that. We are so fucking goated because we are a PvP community and we understand the game so much better than developers themselves. And also we are capable of editing the game in the way so it works better. Yeah, no shit, we can do that. But there is a difference between working in the corporation, being part of the corporative life, and the way how decisions being pushed through. You don't have a responsibility, yeah, of project like either working or not working with literally millions of dollars on the line. You got the point, yeah? When you're, I don't know, let's say someone like Michael Zaki or whatever, you're a lead a project of something, yeah? You are responsible kind of for the project, you're responsible for hundreds of people that working for you. You know, it's easier said than done. Developers are always going to have more hands tied than a regular guy that just sits at home and mods the game. Or hands tied is actually not exactly, well, developers can do more with the game, since like modding is not as open usually. But whatever they do, yeah, at FromSoftware, it has to be budgeted, it has to be like agreed upon. There is a lot of corporative bullshit that's going behind the scenes, yeah? Corporate bullshit. And on top of that, mind you that even though, yet again, mods are amazing, there is really a mod that generally would meet actual quality assurance of the companies. In vast majority of cases, in fact, lots of mods looking amazing on paper, but the more you play them, the more you see that they are fucking junk as shit. Because it's not that easy to just release a software or piece of software that just works, yeah. In the way that would be acceptable. If let's say, I don't know, if Night Train, yeah, you have Night Train for example. We recently with Claw playing Night Train mods that give us more variations of enemies on the map, and we also play with Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring DLC weapons on. So if, you know, when we are playing that mod, then all things are fine, yeah, because we are just playing mods. But if FromSoftware would release an update with changes from these mods that we are playing in the state like they are in that mod, then yeah, people would be very fucking upset because shit is junk around the corners, as simple as that, yeah? You are willing to forgive a modder a junk in the mod for obvious reasons, but not so much a junk in, well, in the company's work, yeah? In an official update, yeah?
Yeah, the question in the companies is always, does this one thing that everybody wants pay for developers' salaries? If they budgeted Night Train for 2 years and have specific amount of money, with margins of course, in their mind, it's not so easy to just, oh, do that one more thing that all of our gamers want. I mean, if it was like that, we would live in a perfect world, but unfortunately, we live in a world when money is first, not the client. And,
well, it's kind of for a good reason, yeah? Like, I mean, you can have amazing will to do something great for the community of your game, but if your company is gonna run out of money, you're not gonna be able to deliver on these promises anyway.
If adding, I think they have their analysts and they, I don't know, maybe they realize that adding Shadow of the Erdtree weapons wouldn't convert into enough sales of the game to make for the effort and work and time.
Or they just literally couldn't do it.
Yeah, because they have another project to work on. They have another game to work on. Night Train is completed project.
I hope it's not. Technically, in that interview that we were reading on the Chinese website, they actually mentioned that DLC weapons are going to be implemented later. Which suggests that, well, Night Train is not finished project. But it also was an interview on the website written in language that we do not understand. We just, you know, we have seen translation, yeah?
Okay, I'm just speaking from my perspective of person who works as a developer in a company that delivers software. Sometimes we, us, the devs, we want to do something nice and pretty and more usable for our client, but there is no budget to it. Because if I spend a week polishing some UI so that person using it is happy, it's 1 week less spent on another project that brings more money. Unfortunately, I hate this world. I'd love to do quality stuff all the time, but it's just impossible in our current system, yeah, of economy.
Such a fucking annoying shit. We just have like, you know, a shit latency with this guy. So I just had to trade for something like 1200 HP in order to finish his fucking like 400. Insane. No vulnerable finish, it wouldn't work, Muscle. This guy is like 250 MS to me. He just would roll through it. Sabulat on vanilla. Dev's intent basically never matches their business goal. That's why for a while I was actually genuinely considering if going with microtransactions model, as if you know you are just instead of going with the business model of the premium game, you pay for the game once. If that's not better for everyone involved to just have games being rather focused on the longevity. So like free-to-play games, yeah? With the microtransactions.
No.
Like losses, it limits your creativity.
Because it puts limit on lore, on the cohesiveness of the story. Nah, this is bullshit. We hate microtransactions.
Well, most people do indeed. Aha. I had no stamina, fantastic. I just have killed that fucking host.
I mean, even Steelovsky, he can't do what he wants at his work. Because you guys wanna watch Slop. Slop makes the best numbers. Whenever he tries to do something more ambitious, it fucking flops.
Right. This is actually true though, yeah? Like, there was that one tier list in Reforged. It was pretty decent video overall, but it wasn't even sent out to most people because it wasn't exactly on par with other things that I do. So people being like, that's a video of Steelovsky and this is slightly off to what he's doing on the daily basis, therefore I'm not going to give it a try. I don't watch the guy for the tier list of the mod weapons, yeah? I watch the guy for the PvP, preferably vanilla PvP. So, yeah. It do be like that, yeah? Very often you can hear like... I remember that once in a while I can witness some sort of complaint of people saying that I'm supposed to give a try to different games and so on and so forth. And
Whenever he does, it fucking flops, and he has bills to pay.
and this is just usually it's just like a loud minority that. A co to za kurwa?
Truskawki.
Lod? Dlaczego one są zlodowaciałe?
No bo nie ma świeżych jeszcze.
Kochanie, weź to kurwa rozmóż, pojebało cię?
Nie lubię rozmrożonych takich.
Pierdolę.
Lubię takie.
Wrzuć to do ciepłej wody.
Nie, kurwa. Odczep się.
Flo is just eating like frozen fruits. Dude.
Strawberries.
Strawberries. Algorithm works against creators in that way, I think. You know what? Yes and not. So like algorithm are kind of people. If you like if initially, so here's the thing, if initial fan base is not willing to watch a content that is somewhat not exactly one-on-one on par what actually would expect from particular content creator, then further algorithm has information that this video is just not interesting, yeah? Let's say, I don't know, if I would release a review of Crimson Desert, yeah, let's say, yeah, and people just wouldn't watch it, then the video wouldn't be pushed to the outer audience because my initial audience is fucking not even interested in it. So why would they actually even consider, like, why would like outer audience even would think of... Będę go termosić, bo kurwa inaczej będzie cały czas... Zabieraj. Rozumiem, że on brudnymi łapkami ci wpierdala. No śmieszne, ale... Ma brudne łapki. Co? Aha, tak. I watched it for Lords of the Fallen PvP. Lords of the Fallen PvP was doing fine on my channel actually. But yeah, recently Dark Souls 2 flopped. This is the very first time ever that Dark Souls 2 video actually flopped. That just doesn't really happen on my channel. Dark Souls 2 is going the strongest aside from Elden Ring, and usually even it has initially less views in overtime, it makes overall more views, yeah? So like if you're gonna type on YouTube, let's say Dark Souls 2 Steelovsky, you are going to see a lot of videos that have like circle around 10k and plus views, yeah? And the newest one is currently sitting on like a 2.6k or something like that, which is just... It's just bad. A 2 godziny 7 minut. Będziemy kończyć. So yeah, it's, you know, and yet again, it's just a matter of... And by no means I'm complaining here in the way that, oh my god, like people are so ass not watching whatever. No, like, you know, if you're a fan of freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger, if you like his actor career, you are most likely willing to watch him for what he is good for in that actor career of his, which is being quote-unquote badass on the screen, yeah? Like, if he would play in, let's say, I don't know, some sort of the romantic comedy.
He did in Junior. It was comedy. He was pregnant. Yeah, I remember that movie. But I get it.
Well, maybe romantic comedy is not exactly a good a good example. Let's think more like of some sort of the psychological thriller that doesn't really have any combat scenes at all. Like in such case, watching Arnold Schwarzenegger being an intellectual, trying to connect the dots, and never engage in any sort of combat would just feel off.
Jim Carrey. He's a great and very... how do you say, że jest wszechstronny?
Well-rounded?
Well-rounded actor. Yet most people know him from his comedies, not from his drama.
He has done that as well? Actually, I never seen anything of this type. But yeah, point being is, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger per se is not exactly the great actor. He's just well built and he got the brand based of that, yeah? And yeah, it's the same goes for content creators, let's say, yeah? Like, you are willing to watch a Elden Ring PvP streamer like me or G play Elden Ring PvP. Maybe for one, G is gonna work pretty well in the environment of, let's say, a Skyrim, yeah? Like, or another Elder Scrolls games. Maybe he's gonna be enjoyable to watch there too, yeah? But point being is that if G or I would pull off, let's say, some sort of the puzzle game... Or like
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, Sims 4 or whatever, it just wouldn't be exactly what you're looking for. So, initial audience is just not going to be interested in watching it because they have content creators that they watch that cover this this genre, and you are already used to watching them instead in particular genre, yeah?
But there is one Infinity Nikki video on the channel. Still is dueling with fashion.
That's so funny that this guy just rolling away has more room, like, to actually heal than me playing somewhat aggressively because it just, like, ran out of stamina much faster. PlayStation moment.
Yeah, but actors and directors diversify roles to attract more and personal growth. Yeah, but actors are paid $2 million a movie and still is paid $11 a movie, so you know.
Not 11,000, not 11
11,000.
millions, $11.
$11.
That depends per video, but yeah, like the average amount of money that I make out of newly created video that is doing on average, like, I don't know, let's say 5,000-6,000 views in the scale of the month, is going to make like $20 or so, yeah. But yeah, it is like this, yeah. It's content creators being closed off into certain boundaries. People have their expectations and they're watching content for usually a content creator, but within particular environment. Like, let's say if I would sell a channel to someone that would start doing Elden Ring PvP content, even though this is Elden Ring PvP focused channel, you probably guys wouldn't watch it, yeah? But... Gryziecie. Hi. Ty dasz? Co to masz? To be honest, you should have just been born a Nepo baby, so you don't have to be safe. Well, I technically actually was. It's just, you know, not powerful enough Nepo baby to be safe for life, yeah? I mean, like, it's... I still owe and actually have a lot thanks to my family, too, yeah? So I actually, yeah, I technically... The fact that I could let myself to just go full content creator in the first place, even not once in my life, but twice, is purely because of the fact that my parents were doing a decent amount of money, which I am very grateful for. And they were willing to support me, yeah? But, yeah. Not powerful enough of a Nepo baby to just not bother at all. I mean, you know what? Even if I wouldn't care about money at all, if I wouldn't have to care about money at all, I still would rather prefer to not kill the fucking channel by doing things that people just don't want to watch. That would be kind of retarded.
Working class network. Yeah, kinda.
So yeah, it's...
Sometimes I'm very jealous that you could choose to make your hobby your job.
Yeah, I mean, like, we have actually perfect example of it, yeah, that there was basically a matter of being privileged in the fact that I could just go with the content creator route. Because, for one, Claw had to fight for everything herself her entire life. And only recently it somewhat is different. But the way how essentially a requirement of fighting for everything herself literally just skewed her perspective and made her, at the end of the day, not as happy person as she could be otherwise, well, it is actually quite apparent.
Hey!
That's interesting. That's a shitnet if I ever seen one.
Always wondered if this channel technically your job. Yes, this is his full-time job.
It's not technically, it is literally. I mean, I have my company, like I'm paying taxes and everything. Yeah, it's full-time job.
Yes, he issues invoices to Google and Twitch.
Yeah, that's basically I am full-time content creator. Look at that. Crazy. How long were you streaming before you were able to do it full time? So depends on which time, because I was full-time content creator twice. I was able, like, if we are talking about like full-time content creation for Elden Ring, then I was able to do it full-time from the day one. But the reason why I was able to do it from the day one is because I started streaming in December 2013, and then I streamed quite a bit of Dark Souls 1. Turned out I'm kind of gifted related to PvP in that game. And then I swapped to Dark Souls 2 when it released, and I got partnered in August of 2014, and ever since I was content creator, full-time content creator for like 2 years. And after that, I stopped being full-time content creator because I pivoted out of Souls games to something else. I failed, and then that experience related to full-time content creation in the Souls sphere allowed me to give it another try in 2022 with the release of Elden Ring, so like February, the end of February 2022. I went full-time content creator back then, and well, I am full-time content creator ever since. Yeah. How old is Steel? 34? Yeah.
This year he will be 30.
Yeah, this year I will be 34. So I just... Okay. I was able to parry him that now.
Kurwa. 34 is young. What do you mean, Ang? Angs start from 50.
I mean, darling, you don't understand. This is a matter of just change perspective of time among people of the younger age, because the average teenager nowadays has a complete brain rot related to TikTok. Therefore, they are able to live for like the next 10 years and gonna die off because of the completely rotten brain. So, because of that, like 30 years old is just ancient to individual like this.
Age is just a number? No, it's a number and a back pain. I honestly assumed Steel was like 45? What? Why? What made you think that? I wouldn't be with a guy 10 years older than me. You!
Dude, I turned 36 a couple of weeks ago and my hangovers are last 3 to 4 days now if I go hard. Have you tried to not go like
Drink?
to the drink parties?
Drink tea. Tea and chamomile. Or chamomile. The rumianek.
What's your favorite build to play on? Też chciał sobie poleżeć, widzisz? Oh. Went for the boss, nice. I have the constant level of back pain that I no longer notice anymore, hell yeah.
Jesus.
Alright, oh. Insane invasion, I guess. Dobra, ostatnie już kończymy. No fajny temat był. Super. You are 67 years old? Somehow I don't believe you.
Boże, jak to tata. Nie, trochę.
Since 30s, my friends all started having children, and me and my wife just getting more chickens and foster cats. Goated?
Us too, not chickens though, because we live in the city. But we have a foster cat. And 0 children.
And no plans to have children.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to wait for his funny physics. Let's not get bleed out, shall we? And cat's name is Bagel. When we are going to have rough month, we are just going to cook him. That's why we gave him name like that.
I mean, toast him.
Toast him, yeah. Gamers, plan for today. Holy shit, almost 2,500 hours, by the way. On PlayStation only. Alright, so the further plan for today, guys. I am going to jump off now. I'm going to prepare a video and release a video probably within like hour or so. Hour and 30 minutes. It's probably gonna be ready. And meanwhile, and then I'm gonna go live again, methinks. What the fuck is he playing? This fucking guy. Let's go to Lost.
Pivoting.
Alright. So, let's go to Lost. Say hello to Lost from me, gamers. I will see you probably tomorrow. Much love. And yeah, have a good one. Bye. Yeet. Yeah, another stream today from No Rest for the Wicked later. Sponsored one. Like, we're gonna be playing for at least 2 hours. So yeah. See you later. Bye.
Bye.